She's a Brooklyn-born, award-winning international performance poet and recording artist, is the author of 3 books of poetry, Afro-Poemic Progress, I'm sorry if I'm messing this up, Chuma Spirit Books, Gathered at Her Sky, and Bubbles. One Conscious Breath, Poets Red Prada. A passionate artist, educator, and instigator with the Senegal America Project. She presents in numerous global music compilations, anthologies, and publications, including a feature in Essence magazine. To learn more about Zawadi or to hear about her latest music collaborations, please visit Linktree at Tantra-Zawadi. Let's give a warm Brownstone welcome to Tantra-Zawadi. Take it away. Tantra?
Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Namaste, Jamak Salam, peace and blessings, everyone. Feeling the sacredness of precious moments, hopeful leaps of faith, because these poems speak to the possibilities inscribed on ancestral graves. And when I look at you, I see the lines on their faces, the messages in their quilts, deeply stitched within capoeira rhythms, within the sacred language of chorus strings, purposeful to touch. I am African lore in third eye continuum. Take me home, across the wailing great blue to the land of soul. When I think of home, be it from home from the Wiz to Luther's A House Is Not a Home, from the church house to heaven, to my home slice for my homies, for Mama Africa. Home is a sensory collection of memories housed in mind, body, and spirit, one in need of the other to experience itself along the timeline of existence. I mean, it depends. Home for me vibrates in my childhood memories, in the smells, hugs, family, art, Black Thought, Ebony magazine. Although I've lived in a few apartments and houses, none of them felt like the home of my childhood, where I discovered myself, came into myself, cried to myself, scraped knees, broke bones, and broke bread, felt safe most times and full of possibility, defining moments of me. Those other houses were extensions of my choices. And if I'm really being honest, attempts to recreate the best of my childhood's greatest hits, to move dreams forward, giving of myself and sprinkling the DNA of joy wherever I lived. Home is touching the walls and leaving footprints on tiled floors. I was here. It calls me into knowing smiles, holidays when everyone was there before anyone died. We were together. And never could I imagine home without them. Home is newer versions of our happy sadness, keep growing as our children make their own beds and leave footprints mingled with the aroma of grandma's sweet potato pudding and mama's rum-soaked fruitcake. So I guess, in a way, home is fluid. It's space, time, and a feeling. And if you ask my sisters, their home would be different. If you ask my mother, she'd probably say her home is her children. If you asked my father, he might have said he missed it. They made home, home. Collard greens, color television, console stereo, 45s and LPs, easy bake ovens, Chrissy dolls, pictures of Jesus and Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Black Power movement, family photos, knickknacks, first poems, sharing a bedroom with my sisters, the ticking of the grandfather clock in the living room, and plastic seat covers that stuck to the backs of sweaty thighs in summer. Home is so many firsts and some unpretty moments. There was separation and sometimes not enough money, and yet there was enough love, faith, hope, and good friends to get us by. No matter what, we were family. We had each other. Home is what we carry now in our hearts and in our spirits. In this non-poem of a poem, a stream of reflection, recollecting the bones of my story that will never change, never miss a beat. For home is where my heart lives. America, my presence will not be denied. You cannot erase nor disassociate me from my narrative. One of resiliency, spirituality, vibrancy, and victory. And so it is, Ashe, a story of rising, upper air of the sky, connecting breaths of beauty, creativity, and original Black love. Outfacing tragedy, injustice, and racialism with purposeful actions of activism, excising hatred like an exorcism, pivoting wave after wave of walls. I stand tall on this land, alive, I overstand. Commemorating the ancestors, speaking their names, calling their sacrifices in sunlit shades of day and heavy mornings of night. So worthy of the fight. Don't believe the lies. America, I am connected to the ancestors. We are my, you, one, and breath, loving in we, in recalling the constant hum coursing in between and underneath the pathways of time. Life poems that clang and hiss, aspires to breathe, spreads like wildfire, shouts and screams, and sometimes they moan, honeyed songs of home. Samayai, 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 Buganala, Samayai, 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 Mama Africa, I love you. Joyful psalms of the people. From the book of humankind, what it is, hip hop, the blues, talking drums, jazz, and poetry. But even more, America, it's people who look like me, living testaments to the Breonna Taylors, Sojourner Truths, John Lewis's, and Fannie Lou Hamer's. In between and underneath chapters of our presence. I am the strategy. You can't escape my essence. Erase me nor disassociate me from my narrative. I am connected to the ancestors. We are positively brimming, brilliantly beaming, continuously streaming, humming wisdom to the babies of the dream with a view of a world that breathes with me. You see? Connected, my, you, one, and spirit loving in we, recalling in the beginning of space, upper air of the sky, humming in between and underneath, living reflections of the presence of my essence. America, I am the freshest breeze, revived Black motherness of the dream. And so it is, Ashe, a story of rising. Coralie sat in her straight back chair, lap blanketed in a vibrant crocheted red, down to her mock fur slippered feet. Her stories are sometimes slimmed in sweet snoozes, awakened by the sounds of her gentle breaths, picking up right where she left off. Stories of the flow, child. Shining like the power in our eyes, movements of feelings old and new like stinging sand under tender baby souls, cool like cat eye sunglasses and cherry piraguas dripping down our clothes. Time watching girls with cornrows jumping rope on Franklin Ave near Quincy Street, reciting a round the way breeze, hot like gentrification and spilt cheek. Yet you will find boys shooting hoops out in East New York, guarding their dreams. And don't forget folks in the neighborhood with those good old loving smiles holding down the scene. Reminiscent of Friday fish fries, cookouts, box braids, fresh kicks, and hopes for another Sunday without losing another brother, sister, child, mother, father to the madness, shading church-going, hard-working, creative, good, loving people in brilliant hues. From south to north, generations of real life perspective seen from apartment windows, housing projects, brownstones, and horizons beyond. Seeds of good loving planted in cracks of sidewalks, schoolyards, talking stairwells, praying hands, tucked into seams, planted in our dreams and the front yards of our hearts. So our children's children will come to know the beauty of our struggle and our joy. On days of pouring rain, rapping against aches and pains, remembering the energy of the melanin of us, the heat of us, reminiscent of notes pressed into bosoms, keeping futures safe. With good old loving smiles coursing through our veins, planted into soil between cement bricks, running with streams, reappearing as flowers, and children with stories yet to be told. See, stories of the flow. Our minds, our histories, our victories, lessons of the times, and those good old loving smiles steeped in love, gratitude, and memories. The heart of home. I am back. Coralie sat in her straight back chair, lap blanketed in a vibrant crochet red, down to her mock fur slippered feet. Her stories are sometimes slimmed in sweet snoozes, awakened by the sounds of her gentle breaths, picking up where she left off in her sing-song voice. Known for her colors, from amber to maroon, twirling in her skirts from dusk till 2. Goddess of the dance flew over the moon to uplift her sisters in spirit and truth. Woman of rhythm, the might to carry on, spinning in her skirts from dusk till dawn. Goddess of the dance flew over the moon to uplift her sisters in spirit and truth. Freedom is her reason, no need to wonder why she flew over the moon and kissed the sky. Goddess of the dance flew over the moon to uplift her sisters in spirit and truth. To lift her sisters in spirit and truth. To lift her sisters in spirit and truth. Thank you so much.